Joining me now is Baiju Bhatt. He is the man of so many hats, like a Robin Hood hat, a cowboy hat, maybe a space helmet very, very soon. Thank you so very much for joining us. So much to talk about today. I do want to get your take on what next week is going to mean for space. But first, I got to ask about the idea that you guys have, this new rocket that unfolds kind of like a, I don't know, like a umbrella. How is this going to work?
Yeah, after that intro, my friend, I wish I'd worn a cowboy hat. I feel kind of bad I missed out on that opportunity. Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. So I want to tell you about Cowboy Space Corporation on a mission to power humanity from the high frontier. And our approach to data centers in space is a novel one, where rather than having the upper stage of the rocket carry a stack of satellites or a payload to space, our concept is actually to use the entire upper stage of the rocket as the data center. And the reason we're taking this approach is because it allows us to effectively utilize that payload mass and the payload volume for power generation and for the chipsets. And we can actually use the mass and volume of the upper stage and the radiators folding out from the fairing of the rocket as the cooling mechanism. And it's kind of a blank sheet of paper approach to saying, hey, if you wanted to build data centers in space, how would you do this if you had the ability to start from scratch? And this is kind of the approach where you really, really optimize it for this one very specific use case.
It's one of those things where when you see it, you're like, oh, well, yeah, that actually makes a lot of engineering sense. But where did it come from? Like, was it somebody had an umbrella and had was looking at a rocket and was like, wait a minute, this could work? Like, what was the impetus behind putting this all in one piece?
Yeah, I want to make some kind of joke here about Doc Emmett Brown and sort of having the idea for the flux capacitor. No, the idea came from a really, really deep study of how do you make this thing competitive on a cost economic basis versus the terrestrial alternatives. And I think that this is the fundamental question that since I started the company, we've been asking about in general energy from space. So I started this company a little over 2 years ago with the goal of building energy infrastructure in space. Originally, the company was called Aetherflux. And in that time, we've been really examining the unit cost analysis and saying, hey, where does this really make sense? And after a lot of work on the spreadsheets and kind of thinking through the numbers, this was an idea that actually popped up from our team of what if instead of thinking about the data center, the payload, the satellite as this distinct component from the overall rocket system, if you think about the entire thing as an integrated technology and you have the ability to develop it from the ground up, what would you do? And this was one of those ideas that jumped out of the page, so to speak, as a unique approach that we thought was unique, but not sort of, going into the realm of having to do like a scientific breakthrough. This, from our perspective, is an engineering and sort of economics approach to solving the problem, albeit with a very cool unfolding rocket in space.
Yeah, I mean, the animations that we're looking at here are pretty impressive. It is so interesting to see all this because it goes from, what's the innovation? The innovation is reusable rockets. Well, what if we rethink what reusable even means, and we're seeing what that could possibly mean? And yet, I got to ask, how soon do you think that you're actually going to get those up into space?
Yeah, first of all, on the topic of usability and reusability, we actually say that our upper stage, rather than being reusable or disposable, is actually a usable upper stage. So kind of a different take on that idea. But on the timeline, our team is hard at work on this. We've set a very, very aggressive goal of launching our very first actual rocket into space in the very end of 2028. So a lot of work that has to go into actually making that happen, but that's the goal that we've set internally for our team. And we have a few smaller satellite launches that are on the horizon. So we've got one coming up later on this year where we're going to demonstrate space to Earth power beaming, which is a slightly related concept, but a cool technology. And next year, we're actually going to have our first GPUs in orbit that'll be a stepping stone towards the animation of the upper stage rocket. Upper stage being
we are waiting for the invitation to be there on the launch pad. That would be incredible to see. I do have to ask, though, what is it? I mean, I know some other fintech people that made a whole lot of money that all of a sudden took all of their passion and started looking up. How do you see SpaceX's IPO next week?
Yeah, so wonder who that could be. Yeah, so I think it's a very interesting moment in general for the space industry. I think the data centers in space concept by itself is a pretty transformative one. And in particular, the reason I think it's so transformative is that this represents one of the largest, I think I would say the largest commercial opportunity in the space industry, right? And I think as we look back over the history of the space industry, the 1960s were obviously this sort of like fantastical time of building space technology that captured the imaginations of a generation of Americans and a generation of people around the world. We're living in a really unique and interesting time because with this new commercial use case for space of data centers, and when you just look at the TAM of how big the AI market can be, even if a small fraction of it ends up being native to the space environment, it has the ability to dramatically change the commercial applications for space. And the reason I think this is so important is because it has the ability to make space way more useful for people on Earth. And obviously the importance of capitalism and the importance of capitalism driving, change in society. That's a little bit of what the last company I started did. So it's kind of a related thought in that way.
And we can't wait to see what happens with this one as well. Baiju, really appreciate your time today. I know time is of the essence when you're on rocket clocks. Thank you so very much.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.